really tickles you, doesn't it? You
Oh
like
my
this
God.
one.
Yeah. It's funny now because you're fine. But
And we're back.
don't say that. Oh, don't do that either.
What?
It's all out. It's all out.
You don't want people to see you being mean to me?
They know.
I know. So my strategy is to try to make it look as regular as it can while maximizing speed.
So you're speed walking.
Kids are in bed?
Kids are in bed.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 4 of The Kids Are in Bed. I'm Tim Severson. This is Jenni Severson. What it do, baby?
Oh my. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. We're late tonight.
Yeah.
Later than usual.
And I got up so early today.
You did get up early.
I'm so tired.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty tired.
Appreciate the honesty.
Yeah. I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning. There are people who wake up at 5 a.m. My alarm went off at 5 a.m.
What time do you roll up?
Like 5:20.
Oh, that's good for you.
Yeah. I know.
I think you've cycled through your alarm so long that the alarm just gives up.
I put on 4 alarms so that I would make, and they were all different. I made them all a different sound so that if I missed one, hopefully the next would wake me up.
Yes.
I was thinking about remember when I used to work in like retail and in spa industry?
I've got PTSD.
I would just wake up in absolute panic.
Yeah.
Because I was late to opening a store or a spa.
And then that led to me waking up in panic on your behalf. Do you remember that? I used to wake you up.
Yeah. Are you supposed to be at work right now?
No, not until 10.
Fine.
Motherfucker, I could be, because I didn't have to be up. That especially, it was always like weekends.
Yeah, the weekend.
Because it would be like I was on a weekend, you had to work a Saturday.
Yeah.
But it was still Friday night, and so we would still go out.
Yeah.
And then I'd wake up still half in the bag.
Yeah.
Terrified that you had slept in.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, oh, that's fine.
It's fine. Well, there'd be people in the parking lot like waiting to get their massages and just come rolling up.
And the best was the times when it happened when we lived a literal block from your spa, and you would run away from the spa down to the parking garage to get into your car to drive the block.
It was faster.
No,
you don't think so? You're, I think, overestimating how fast I can run.
Yeah, that's true. How fast can you walk?
Oh, 5 minute mile. No, I seriously don't think I've gotten up that early since probably go for tailgate. The earliest I get up in my life now is to go tailgate.
Didn't I book a flight at an unfortunate time that you didn't like?
That does sound like something you would do.
Like a 6 a.m.er. It's when they're the cheapest.
It is.
And the airport's empty. Nothing's open.
I can't feel my body walking. I'm like, are my legs moving right now? I'm not sure.
You are just a vacant soul at that time in an airport.
Too early.
I just point you. I just move your shoulders and just go that way. And then you stop for a 40-minute Starbucks.
Oh, sorry. Anyways.
Yeah, so we had a rough one tonight, but the kids are now both successfully in bed.
Mm-hmm.
I wore my vest on the walk today. I put that on because I'm like, I don't want to be cold. And I got about a mile into the walk and I was like, I have made a mistake.
Yeah.
It was warm. And then I got back and I took it off, and the back of my shirt looked like Jude's shirt when I dumped the water on him.
Whoops-a-daisies. Whoops-a-daisies.
Yeah. It was
yikes.
Not good.
That's no good.
So I had to change my clothes.
From a walk?
Yeah.
In February.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was 60 degrees. Is what because when you do the exercise on the watch,
To watch exercise?
It tells you the weather conditions. I think that's for like the athletes that run. So they know like, oh, I perform better when it's...
Athletes walk. Walkers are athletes.
Right. I just meant like, I don't care what the weather was. Oh. It was hard.
Well, you did kind of care because you dressed inappropriately. If you would have known the weather, you would not have been in that predicament.
The other thing too is I think I was pushing kind of a personal record.
Oh.
I did a 5K.
You did a 5K.
I did.
Speed walker. You did a mall walk 5K.
What was it? It was 42 minutes.
It's a new world record.
13. No, I looked it up because when I got
no, you didn't.
Not today. A long time ago when I started to when I was doing just like 2 miles by my office.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think what was the best I did that in? I think I did that in like 24:30 or something like that. So it was like 12 minute, 15-second walk.
Now, are you speed walking or just regular walking?
So my strategy is to try to make it look as regular as it can while maximizing speed.
So you're speed walking.
You know who asked me that exact same question was Matt Fargo at his mom's funeral.
Oh.
And I told him that exact answer, and he's just like, I would really like to see what that looks like. And I'm like, right now? And he's like, sure. And I did it. He's like, you definitely look like you're speed walking. I'm like, damn it. So I just speed walked across a funeral.
Oh my God.
I don't know where you were. You were like right nearby. I speed walked right behind you. You didn't even see me. That's how fast I am.
So speedy.
But no, I got fast.
I was trying to find Clementine.
Oh yeah.
She was missing.
Right. Yes.
She was like in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Of the funeral home.
By the oven?
Oh no. Oh.
Anywho, I got fascinated with, because I was like, I'm walking fast. It was like just over 12-minute miles. I'm like, I wonder what the world record is. What do you think the world record is for walking a mile?
How do you categorize whether or not it's a walk, though?
So the official...
Why do you know this?
I've known this one. I've known this one for a long time because it's one of my favorite Olympic events to watch is the speed walking, because of how they waddle, because it's all part of it.
I didn't even know it was an Olympic event.
Oh, really? Yeah. They do marathon, speed walking marathon.
Oh my God.
And, but so the rule is both feet have to be in contact with the ground at all times. Now, the one thing I don't understand is how they police that over 26.2 miles.
Yeah.
Seems like it's open season for a little cheat.
It's a lot of cheating going on.
A little half jogger.
Yeah.
But the world record for the fastest mile, now the seconds might be wrong, but it's 5 minutes, 48 seconds.
Walking?
Yeah.
That is a jog at minimum. There's no way someone can walk a 5-minute mile.
It's real.
Yeah. They're definitely cheating.
No, they're speed walking. You should see him go.
Oh, okay. You link it and link a little video.
I'll put him up in front of me. What I don't know, I'll have to look this up, is I don't know how, what is preferable, because they all look very small, but I think it's because they're all
the humans?
Yeah.
As their bodies?
Yeah, but I think they look small.
Like jockeys?
I think that, right. I think they look like that because they're all super skinny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's deceiving then. They could be really tall or they could be really short. I don't know what's because they've got it figured out.
Yeah. There's an exact
if you're 5'7" and 120, you're a speed walker.
You're 5'8", they're like, you're never gonna make it.
Too much wind resistance. You'll never.
You're like, I will overcome.
Yeah. Go be
I'm gonna make it.
Go be a dancer or something.
At 5'8"?
Yeah. No. Dance.
Just kidding.
No, I don't know. That's all I have to say about that.
All right.
Should we talk about the evening?
I don't want to.
Of course you don't. You shouldn't.
I don't want to talk about it.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I really don't want to.
I picked up the kids.
Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that very much.
And reminded Jude that we needed to get him a lunch for his field trip tomorrow. And we were going to Jersey Mike's. And both you and I had forgotten that he needed. The only reason I remembered is because he remembered that he had a field trip tomorrow. Neither of us remembered that.
Whoops.
You had called and suggested Jersey Mike's, which I declined for personal reasons. Watching my figure.
Oh,
figure. And so I called you and said, "Oh, we're going to get Jude Jersey Mike's for his field trip." You said you wanted some. I went and got Clementine.
I did want some.
And we went to Jersey Mike's. Sometimes Jersey Mike's can be like wildly slow, and sometimes they're fast. And it's so small in there, I just didn't want to deal with the kids running around and having to get irritated with them. So I let them have my phone and left them in the car to watch videos. And before I got out, I got very specific with Jude and just said, "Hey, do you know how to lock the doors?" And he said, "Yeah." And he like went to the single one. And I said, "No, that only locks your door." I go, "It's, that button," and showed him. I'm like, "So if you feel uncomfortable, if somebody makes you feel uncomfortable, they pull up, or if somebody's walking towards you, or if you just feel scared, hit that button. Nobody can get in, not even me. And then you can wait until I come and knock on the window, and then you can unlock it for me. Sound good?" Good. Got it. All right. I go in to Jersey Mike's to purchase my sandwiches. I walk out of Jersey Mike's, get into my car, and throw the sandwiches onto the passenger seat. Now, Jude has recently started riding in the front seat with me, because
that's a different topic.
Because I'm a cool dad. And
an illegal dad.
It's not illegal. There's no law in Minnesota.
Are you sure?
I'm 100.
You looked this up on the internet?
100%.
He's allowed to sit up there?
He is allowed. Because, do you know why? Because I figured it out, because it didn't make sense. Because people have trucks that only have a bench seat. And so if that's what a farmer drives.
Why is it a farmer?
I feel like the farmer drives a old, reliable bench seat truck. He's not in the one with the fancy lift gate. Like, farmer is like, he's rolling like a heavy duty, like that thing is reliable. It's been through some stuff. I don't know. Anyway.
So he's allowed to sit up there.
He's allowed. Yeah.
Okay. I'll trust you.
And he's tall enough too. I mean, he doesn't have to like be weird with the seatbelt. He throws it on and he's fine. I mean, he's almost as tall as half my mom's family.
That's true.
So he's probably okay.
Yeah.
They sit up front. My grandpa had to duct tape 2x4s to his pedals to drive. I don't think that was safe.
Definitely was not safe. I don't think he should have been doing that.
True story. Anyways, so I threw this in, and that was the first thing that I went, there should be a person there. And the kids do this often in my car, because I drive an SUV. They will hop all the way into like the trunk space and duck down behind the seat and pretend to not be in there. They do it a lot, like just in the time. They'll do it in the winter, and Jude would help Clementine get out of her seat. After I just got her all buckled in, and it's like 10 degrees out, and then they're in the back, and there's anyways. So they do that. So I just sat in the front seat and just started pretending like I was like, "Oh, I guess they don't want their sandwiches." And there was nothing. No.
You said this aloud to the car?
I was like, "I guess I get to eat everything all to myself. Even these Doritos I bought, nothing, not a shuffle, not a giggle." And I'm like, what is going on? So then I brought out the big guns and said what I know. And we even tested it today when I was telling you. I said, "Oh, it smells like farts and buttholes in here." And Jenny hates the word buttholes. She doesn't like when the kids say butthole. It really drives her nuts to hear the word butthole. So we try not to say butthole around here.
That's not true. They purposely try to say it as often as possible.
I know. And when I tested it with Clementine, I said it 5 times in a row, just like that. And every time she couldn't help but laugh. And I was saying, like, Clementine will laugh at butthole no matter how many times I say butthole. As you can see, she continues to laugh even though she knows I'm about to say butthole. And every time she laughed, she couldn't help herself. She just loves the word. And so I said that and nothing. God. And I'm like, how are they being? And because Clementine has been impressive at hide and seek a couple of times in her life.
Yeah.
Where she'll just like, she's
she
like,
means business.
Yeah, she's just stiff as a board and just doesn't move. And so I was like, maybe she's doing a good job. And so is Jude. And so I got out of the car and went to just go look in the back window. And all that was in the back were my golf clubs. And I instantly flashed with panic. And the first thing was, my kids got taken. They're dead for sure.
Oh my God.
And the next thing was, and Jenni and I will not stay together through it. So I just lost my entire family. And so I was walking back to my driver's seat. My plan was to grab my phone and dial 911. When Jenni comes driving across the lane in front of my car on the other side of the parking spot, pointing and laughing with my kids. And I proceed to have an emotional breakdown in a Jersey Mike's.
You were crying in the parking lot. You were crying in the Jersey Mike's parking lot.
Really tickles you, doesn't it? You like this
God.
one.
Yeah. It's funny now because you're fine, but okay, but I feel like you need to say you told the story. It was a little long. It was 20 seconds
of panic.
Yes. Yeah. Like the
less.
time.
No, it was less. I would say it's probably 10.
It was 10 seconds. It was 10 seconds of you not knowing where your kids were. And in those 10 seconds, they were dead and I left you. Yeah. And Jude thought it was so funny at first when we first did it.
You're crying.
I know, it was really funny. Because I pulled up and I was just driving by. I have to drive right by the Jersey Mike's to get home. And I saw your car and I was like, oh, I'll go surprise them. We do that sometimes at Target, or if I know where you guys are, or I'll just come meet you. And so I saw your car and I opened the car door. I knocked. He did wait to see that I was, a familiar face. He was in the front seat, which I was like, well, what are you doing in the front seat? And I was like, hey, how's it going? And then it just like hit me. And I was like, oh my God, you guys, get in my car.
Let's stage an abduction and really get your dad.
And they were laughing so hard. Like it was like all exciting. I'm like, come on, let's go. Hurry up before dad comes out. And they were laughing and laughing and laughing. And then I got him in the car and I turned around the corner so that you wouldn't be able to see us. And Jude just like completely altered. He was like, no. He was like, he's 7. And he knew. I was still laughing hysterically. And Jude was like, this is wrong. We can't. I'm worried about daddy. He's like, we have to go back. Daddy's going to be sad. He knew all these things. I had no idea. I just thought it was funny. And then so he turned around the corner and he saw you and you were crying. And he started crying and I just kept laughing. And Clementine had no idea what was going on.
No.
She was just like excited that she wasn't buckled.
Yeah.
I didn't make her get buckled because we were just like hiding around the corner. Yeah. So that was, I mean, it was pretty funny, I thought. I mean, it was 10 seconds.
Uh-huh.
And it just ruined your entire world. my brain wouldn't even have like had a chance
you
to process.
You would have gotten in the car and been like, I guess I didn't have the kids today.
Yeah. I thought they were with me.
Who was I talking to?
That's what I'm saying. Like, our brains are so different. I wouldn't have had, it would have taken me at least a couple of minutes to reach a state of panic.
No, I mean, like,
yours was seconds.
I mean, honestly, I mean, I saw newspaper headlines. Like, I saw, suburban dad leaves children in car for subs. And I was just like, this is just.
Everyone would be criticizing you for Jersey. And it was Jersey Mike's. They're like, it could have at least been,
Yeah. And then they'd clip out of the last podcast of you telling everybody that I hit him.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he was an abusive father. Oh. It's clear, something's up. He probably did it,
Oh, faked an abduction?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Well, I am really sorry.
Just to get out of the daycare money.
That is a motive.
Yes.
Because we're almost done.
We have what? Hold on. Where are we at now?
It's February, March, April, May, June, July, August. 7 months.
We should probably give her the week off.
7 months.
Ish.
In between?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice idea.
Or 2.
Sure.
600 bones.
Do it.
And you heard that right. 600 is for 2 weeks of daycare.
Is that right?
306.
Oh, yeah, you know that number.
306 a week.
Just right off the top of your head.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I know. But what floors me is I've been like telling a couple people here and there, like, oh, we're almost done with daycare.
Yeah.
Like we're going to have, more money. And people are always just like, oh, no, you're just going to spend that on sports. I'm like, what? What sport am I putting my children in that's $300 a week?
I mean, they're not wrong, right? That sports are probably expensive. We don't know yet. We're not that far in yet with sports.
Are they right?
At least at this stage for Jude, Clementine has played, 6 weeks of soccer. And she was famous for scoring a goal and licking the ball. So
I think she scored her team's only goal.
She did. The only goal of the season.
Yeah.
Because when she decided to play, it turns out she's quite the little athlete. Yeah. But most of the time she just laid on the ground picking flowers and licking a soccer ball.
Yeah.
The number of times I heard random parents say, Clementine, stop licking the ball. But Jude's into basketball and soccer. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so shoes.
How much do shoes cost?
I mean, I don't know. Are kids' shoes, when do kids' shoes start to match adult prices? Like teenage years?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we wanted to get him like a real pair of Nikes, I mean, they're probably still like $70 or $80, I think.
Yeah, but he's not getting like 4 of those a week.
Right.
I think we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, it seems like we're in the best. The only way it gets easier is track, right? Because then it's just really just like track shoes.
Yeah, track's perfect. Right. Definitely gonna promote track.
Because even swimming, I imagine Speedos get like ridiculously expensive because they can make them out of like because like I don't know if at the high school level if they do this, but like in the Olympics, like men wear like the full body.
Oh, mm-hmm.
And they're made out of like a different material to make them like porpoises.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll see.
Anyways.
I don't think it's going to be to the tune. No. What do we think? Like our most expensive year for the two of them is like $35,000.
Yeah.
And so there's
right.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, not a chance. Yes. I'm so excited.
We'll never let it get above 34.9.
34.9. That's it. If your sport costs more than 35.9, it's a no.
34. You already upped it $1,000.
Oh,
let's see how you did that.
I thought you said 34.9.
Yeah, you just said 35.9.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I said 34.
We will check the tape.
Watch the
We'll watch it.
Yeah. Then 35.9. 35.9. 35.9.
It's all being recorded, Mrs.
Anyways, I feel like our whole life's gonna change once both our kids are in school.
Yeah, it'll be a different situation.
Yeah.
What year can kids stay home by themselves?
I don't know. I always
have 12 in my mind, but I feel like
no, it's way younger than that.
Yeah, I know.
think it's like 8.
Yeah, I don't think I was staying home alone at 8.
I think you can babysit at 12.
That's weird.
I actually don't know the answer to these questions. I'm just guessing. But I think it's shockingly young that you're allowed to stay
that's
home.
what I was thinking. I want to say it's 8, and there's no way.
No.
Well, dude, it'd be fine.
Yeah. He can't be left home alone.
Oh, okay.
He will absolutely burn our house down.
Oh, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't burn it down.
Yes, he would.
No. Mm-mm.
Disagree.
He would do naughty things, but I don't think they would be.
Well, he wouldn't burn it down on purpose. It would be an accident.
Oh.
I'm not saying he was like going to be like, oh, I'm going to burn our house down.
He's not an arsonist.
That I know of yet. No, but he would definitely accidentally burn our house down. It'd be like making popcorn or something and put it in for 20 minutes instead of 2.
That's kind of a weird sentence. He would definitely accidentally burn our house down. That's an interesting sentence.
Is it?
I feel like.
Felt pretty normal coming out.
I mean, it looked natural. Yeah. So, but yeah.
No, I'm not planning on letting him stay home alone.
Yeah.
For some time.
Yeah, because we could really get some money back, especially if we throw them on the bus. And they just come home.
No, it's a thing people do.
Yeah.
Let their kids ride the bus. I've heard of this. Yeah.
Well, it's easy. It's easier now that I don't have any place to be in the morning.
Well, yeah, and when you have to drop one, you have to drop Clementine off. So you can't like leave the house to go drop off Clementine and leave him waiting at the bus stop. So
yeah, that's true.
Once they're both, then they'll both be on the bus.
Because he's been begging to ride the bus. And I know 100% for sure he's going to not want to do it.
Oh, I think he'll like it. He'll have some friends on there and
he's going to want to give it up.
Oh, well, we'll see.
Yeah. He's a grass is always greener kind of guy.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Never satisfied. Hamilton.
Yes. He's a real Alexander Hamilton.
Well, I was thinking
There you go.
about taking them to Disney pretty soon because I think I heard this from Disney, maybe, that 8 is like the perfect age or like the recommended year that you should take your kids to Disney.
Yeah.
And I only want to go to Disney one time.
Right.
Like that's it. Once.
Yeah.
One time and done. And so like I think I've been planning this since Clementine was born.
Yeah.
She was like a week old and I was like, well, when are we going to Disney?
Yeah, that was a night. You planned Disney, London, and then one other European vacation, TBD, in like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was very overwhelmed with that conversation.
Well, you made it through. It's fine.
Yeah.
London is 13.
Yeah. I was thinking we should consider pushing Disney till Jude's at an age where they can be by themselves.
No. We're not going to do that. Thanks for your input.
Well, maybe that'll be 9. Maybe 9 will be.
No, because Clementine is still into princesses. I really want to take her when she still likes princesses.
It's not going away.
I think it is. She's not.
You think she's going to get into like a dark phase?
She already kind of is. You saw that Ariel she colored in the style of Wednesday Addams.
Yeah. Well, she just watched, she was into the Addams Family just then, the cartoon.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, we're going, so you should just get your head wrapped around that. So.
Okay. Guess that settles it then. End of conversation.
We want to go somewhere more fun. When the kids are old enough that they can be by themselves a little bit, we want to be somewhere fun, not Disney.
Well, no, I just thinking like where they could, be in the hotel room for a couple hours.
They don't want to stay in the hotel room by themselves for a couple hours. That's boring.
Like at night? What do you mean? It's no different than here. They could bring their Switch. They could order room service, watch a movie, play video games in a hotel room.
I don't know.
Oh my That was the best.
Oh, that was
like whenever I went on vacation with my parents. That was my life.
Oh,
so much fun.
But have you met Jude? He is so social. He's not going to want to sit just him and his sister in a hotel room. He wants to be out
after a day at the Magic Kingdom and time in the pool when he's wrecked.
What do you think we're doing during this time?
Going to have a cocktail someplace.
Well, we can have a cocktail with them. They can come with. It'll be so fun. Okay. They love to sit at the table and say, chug, 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 chug.
We have done that too many times.
Never done that. It's never happened. Cut that out.
I will not. Yeah. So I'm excited for that. I'm not excited for, I don't know what I'm going to be like on Clementine's first day of kindergarten, but I don't really want to talk about that.
Oh, let's dive in, shall we?
No.
You're going to be fine. It is crazy though. Everyone always says this, that your youngest is like a baby. When Jude was that age, I thought he was the oldest kid.
Yeah.
And when she's the same age, she's just a tiny little baby.
Right.
So yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry.
We had a long weekend. Oh, and as an update too, because we did talk about this before, our long weekend vacation, we did have, what did you call it? The Grand View effect. But it was with Clementine rather than
we were
Jude.
So wrong.
Yeah, but she has been in a rough place ever since then.
In terms of sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
She stayed in her bed 9 straight days.
Yeah.
I think. And then the Grandview just
the first night in Grandview, because they were staying in a bunk, and she got out and came up into our bed.
Yeah.
And then every night we were there, and then it bled into home.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
It'll be right. Switched right back around.
Yeah. But we so it's our annual trip up there. This was a different year because, like we just said, it's record temperatures in Minnesota. And so typically it's kind of the winter wonderland vibe. Do you agree?
Horse-drawn carriages, ice skating, sledding, snow activities.
Yes.
Yeah,
and we've done all of those things. And this was our 4th year.
I think so.
And so we didn't really know what we were in for. They have indoor pools and stuff, so there were things to do, but it was like, how do we kill all of the time? So the first thing that happens when we were pulling in, we drove by where the sledding hill is and realized that was a golf hole. And then it turned out the back view of our condo that we were in, and there were 3 families, 4 people, a family, kids 7 to 3.
Sure.
Okay. So there were, how many of us? 12 of us.
6 kids, 6 adults.
6 kids, 6 adults. So there were 12 of us in a condo, and out the back door was golf. And we ended up playing a lot of golf.
But we never knew, because every time we've gone, it's been under snow.
It's always snow. So I don't know. I guess.
Oh, there's golf right here.
It's funny that it never even occurred to me, like, why so much lawn for?
Well, it's snow. You don't know what's underneath.
Right.
How should you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But what I think is really weird is that, because we grew up in this town, right? It's in Brainerd Lakes area. But when you grow up in a town, you obviously don't like stay at the resorts.
Right.
But the other families aren't from there.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, somehow it wasn't our idea to go to this lodge in our hometown.
Yeah.
Or this resort in our hometown. But
the first year we tried to go without telling anybody we knew in Brainerd.
Yeah.
We got busted.
Don't tell people we're in town.
Yeah.
But then when we got there, I'm like, oh, this is actually really cool.
Yeah.
But I literally lived there my entire life and never once went there.
Yeah, I don't think I had ever been anywhere but the dock. I had been there by boat, but my sister got married there.
Like a wedding.
Never mind, my sister got married there.
Yeah, but you just went to the event center.
Yeah, that's
probably
true.
Right?
Yeah.
And you were also like a teenager.
First time I got drunk.
Oh. Awkward.
Why?
I think the first time I got drunk was at your brother's wedding. Severson weddings. Yeah. Man, good times.
Yes.
But so why would you know?
Yeah, that's true.
We just had, it was really fun though.
But yeah, we had a good time, and the condos are amazing.
Oh, they're so nice. They're owned by, they're like I don't know how that all works.
Yeah,
but they're like a share situation where somebody owns it.
They're owned by people, but they're run by the resort, and so then they're huge.
Massive.
In years past, we've had as many as 22 with when we've added other families.
Yeah,
so
up to 6 families.
So you can fit a whole bunch of people in them, and they've got a big bunk room for kids with these built-in bunks that were great. They had a little nook for the kids that were underneath the stairs. They had a TV in there with cushions. The kids loved that. They had shuffle puck. They had Pac-Man machine, a pool table, ping pong table. I mean, it's
fire
pretty,
pit.
Yeah, it's great. And I was reading through the guest book because I am my father's son. It was crazy to me how many people were from out of state.
Oh yeah, that's wild.
I don't know why.
Yeah. I would never be like, oh, let's go to Minnesota.
But there were a lot.
I hear it's a nice place though.
Like there was one group. They had people coming from like California, North Carolina, and Virginia or something like that. So it's like people come from all over the place to check it out. I don't know. It's fun, and but like you said, I think the reason we're so taken back by it is because we lived by it. We lived there. Yeah. We had no idea. Yeah. But what are you gonna do? Go spend the weekend? Yeah. There. I wonder if there's probably people that do it.
Oh, sure there are. We did it once at Craigan's. There's another resort in town. When I was a kid, one time we went as like cousins and grandma and the whole thing.
But yeah, I mean, I guess if you lived like in town and
not on the water,
and you weren't on the water and you didn't want to deal with having like a boat. And you just were like, I just need a week of summer. Yeah. You just go there. You don't have to go far. If you forgot something, you can go get it. I'm bored with this idea already. Oh. Sounds like a heck of a state. Well, we already kind of do it. Yeah. But it's too far away to go get your stuff. But like if it was in your, you know what I mean? Like you're like, I forgot diapers. I was like, let's go back to the house.
Diapers? Who needs diapers?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Don't even say that.
I'll bleep it. I'm sorry.
You really are denying kindergarten. You're wishing diapers on us.
No, I'm not wishing them. It's just like that was the first thing that came. Goggles.
Goggles.
We never have goggles.
Yeah, never have goggles. We had goggles this time,
but no contact case.
No contact case. Yeah. Well, so Grandview, check it out.
Check it out, or don't. Well, I think that is a great way to end this one. I think we found our thing there. That wasn't planned either. I don't know if anybody, like you said about that video I showed you of me, you were like, that was on purpose. People are going to think that we like planned that.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't. Yeah. We didn't. Anything else you want to discuss? Should I do it? I'll do it. Because I have a story.
What's the story?
We had a request for a shout out, and it was from Amber Servine.
Oh, what's your shout out?
She wanted the masses to. I don't know. I guess I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? Just drop in Amber Servine at some point.
I think you should we should just be like talking about something else, and then you should just voice over it.
Yeah,
Amber Servine.
I have a good quick story because it's actually one of and it's in the same vein as Practical Jokes. They got married in Mexico.
I was there.
Amber is Mexican American, and when we got to Mexico, her parents had not arrived yet. Justin, Amber's husband, our childhood friend.
I'm so nervous.
Amber
right now.
Told us that her mother was very traditional.
Oh, yeah.
And that there was a tradition in Mexican culture that when you greet the bride's mother for the first time, you have to greet her in a very specific manner. And it wasn't something that she would be upset about, but she would just be very kind of touched by the gesture. So it wasn't like a high pressure thing. So then that made everybody get like super into it. And so it was, and now I can't remember exactly what it was. I can't remember if it was you kissed your own hand.
Yes.
And then you kissed her hand.
That's what it was.
And so it was that move. And then we were all a bunch of drunk idiots practicing on each other in the pool.
Oh my gosh.
And I am just thinking about this for the first time right now. Can you imagine if you were sitting on the other side of that pool and you just saw just random smattering? Like, we must have looked like...
Were you guys wearing your Speedos too that day? Or?
No, that wasn't Speedo day.
Thank goodness.
No Speedos that day. That's an odd thought. But anyway, so we were all practicing and her...
Why were you practicing though?
Because we were drunk.
It did not require practice.
Justin and Amber knew exactly when to lay it on. Like, we were like right in the mode, so that we were like sentimental about it. So we were like, oh, we got to get it right. So that, like, this will be so great. She'll be so amazed that we're all doing it.
Yeah.
And it was that night, because I was like, kind of, it wasn't like the rehearsal dinner, but it was kind of
I think they probably had like a bonfire.
Yeah, it was like a gathering.
Welcome bonfires and everything.
But and so we went up to like this bar, and it was like an all-inclusive resort. We went up to the bar, and she arrived, and we all did it. I did it, at least. I think we all did. And then
you just walked right. You'd never met her before.
Right. Never in my life met her.
To her.
Yes.
And you kissed your own hand.
Yes.
And then you kissed hers.
Yes. Yes. This is a thing that I have done. And then only to find out that it was all made up.
When did you find out it was all made up?
Very shortly after.
Like that same night?
Oh. Like that same beer.
Oh.
Like, I mean, it wasn't long. That
you all just paraded in and did it, and then they were like, gotcha.
Yeah,
it's funny.
I gotta be honest, I'm a little fuzzy on the gotcha part. There was a long afternoon in the pool that day, so
those Miami Vices really got you.
Yeah, that trip to Mexico really got me. But anyways,
that's
there you
your
go.
shout out.
So I guess send us your requests. If you have a story you think you'd like me to tell about you, let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best for you. So there you go, Amber. Cheers.
Cheers. Should we go check on the kids?
Let's go check on the kids.